factor that pushes the aircraft backwards because they would use up way too much power. But it's not configured, the average airliner is not configured to do that because the reverse thrusters that the aircraft uses to slow down would require way too much power to do close to the terminal, below the glass out of the terminal windows. This aircraft is configured differently. That engine has a cowling that is designed to take reverse thrust and literally move it backward under its own power, because this aircraft goes a lot of places where there are no tow trucks or push tugs or anything to move it around. It has to do it all itself. You'll notice the side door is open and one of our crew is out there talking on headphones to the pilot. The pilot cannot see where he's going. He has no rear view mirror, no backup camera, no nothing like that. He is relying on the inputs from his man at the back door and also in the tailgate there to let him know. 2 degrees left, 2 degrees right, maintain whatever he needs to do, and all the pilot and the flight crew is doing is applying enough thrust to move. And the eyes and ears of the 2 guys on the side of the fuselage and also the open loading bin, the loading ramp there that you see that's partially deployed now. And in a few moments, once the aircraft has been put in its proper position, they'll retract that loading ramp, or they may opt to leave it open. They can leave it open to fly with it because they often do that to release parachuting teams and whatnot, or to make airdrops. Because that aircraft, of course, can take a variety of cargo, everything from military equipment such as jeeps and tanks and helicopters, or it can take pallets of food and water, and they can do airdrops by opening up that tail ramp and literally sliding things out the door that automatically opens the parachute once it goes out, just like the old days, and it could be dropped safely to the ground. Now, the other thing that you probably won't see an airplane of this size, of this tonnage, the combination of the C-141 Starlifter and the C-5A, the C-17 is a global traveling aircraft with huge range and huge capabilities. It can be equipped with skis to land on snow and ice, and it can be landed on practically any sort of level ground or runway. Even the one that's just been made rather quickly by a team of people that can level off enough thing. Now watch the takeoff roll here. You've seen some of the small planes use up about 900 to 1,000 feet, and the average airliner will use thousands of feet to get up off the ground. And even while fully loaded, these big GE engines can get this airplane up lickety-split. He's going to do a high-performance takeoff and then circle back around and give us a flyby for a good photo opportunity here. These guys are based up at Watsonville, part of the United States Air Force Reserve. Some of the teams getting in their time along with the Air Force component. This is now the primary people mover for the military, is the Air Force C-17. All systems checked, flight checks.
Yeah, seriously, it is. Just, yeah, at the moment, yeah.
At all times, the military always makes sure they go through procedure. There's a lot to an airplane like this. It has to be checked and double checked to make sure everything is good to go. Safety, priority one. That way you don't break that many airplanes. And as always, we are always grateful for the support we get from the United States military, from the Navy, from the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, and the Coast Guard. Over the 47-year history of the Watsonville fly-in, all at some time have participated in some capacity to make our air show great. And we had hoped to also have a Navy presence here this year, but they had to cancel that because of mechanical failure. But we are always glad to see the C-17 from the Air Force come back in here. Throttling up, getting ready for a short field takeoff. Watch this. see why they retract that loading ramp at the back. Use every square inch of that upslope tail on a takeoff like that.
It even looks huge.
Full power climb. Now he's going to throttle back a little bit and reduce the noise level as he flies over the city of Watsonville. But that's okay. The city of Watsonville likes to know the air show is going and it's a success so far. So far, so good. Looking real good. He's going to get a little bit of distance from us because even though the airplane could maybe turn back to the runway here, he's going to do it a little bit easier.